Hello, this is Crafty Books by Tulsa Library. To kick off Harry Potter week at Zarrow, I'm making 2 styles of magic wands from the book Labcraft Wizards by John Austen. The first style is a sculpted wand using oven-baked clay, and the second style is astoundingly made from paper and hot glue. The sculpted wand uses a chopstick or skewer, oven-baked clay, paint, and a bobble for a personal touch. I used about a golf ball size amount of clay. Soften the clay by squishing it and rolling it in your hands. At first, I put the chopstick directly into the ball of clay. After working the clay into a longer handle, the clay felt too wobbly. I removed the clay to add tinfoil for stability. Then I add the clay over the tinfoil and roll it out for smoothness. I thought ridges would look nice and made some with a marker. I smooth over the edges of the ridges. I stuck the bobble on top and secured it by spreading some clay onto it. Next, I added some small coils for decoration. I baked it, chopstick and all, according to instructions on the package of clay. Since this is a handheld item, I felt for any rough spots to sand over. The first coat of paint goes on next. I used a dark brown color. After the first coat dried, I did a second coat of dark brown paint. After the second coat dried, I dry brushed a lighter color, gold, over everything. Dry brushing uses a very tiny amount of paint. I put a little bit of gold paint on my hand, and I use my hand as a dipping and wiping spot for my brush. Wipe most of the paint off the brush before dry brushing it onto the wand. This makes the details pop because the crevices stay dark. Last, I clean the skull with a damp cotton swab. For the second style of wand, I use a plain piece of 8.5 by 11-inch paper, a glue gun, tape, a pencil, a decorative jewel for magical effect, paint, and a brush. The base of the wand is the paper rolled into a narrow tube that is pointier on one end than the other. I found using the pencil helped get the tube started. tape the tube so it stays coiled. I just needed one piece of tape, but you might need a few. I hot glued the pointier end of the tube to close it. If you happen to have a unicorn hair, a piece of the Whomping Willow, some pygmy puff fluff, or anything else for the wand's core, this is when it goes into the wand. Add hot glue inside to secure the pencil for stability. Insert the pencil as deep as it will go. After the glue has cooled, give your wand a swish to test it out. I covered the exposed section of pencil with more paper so it would look the same as the rest of the wand when I painted it. I trimmed the paper to the edge of the pencil. I added a little hot glue to keep this section of paper tube attached. Now I start adding hot glue texture to the hand grip area. First, I fill the opening where the pencil went in. Then I keep gluing around up to the top. I add extra glue and attach the jewel. Then I continue creating the hand grip with more hot glue until I'm happy with how it looks. After it's completely cooled, I start painting. I use the same technique showed during the sculpture wand section. Dark paint first, then dry brushed with some gold. This is a long wand, 15.5 inches. These 2 wands and many other fun wizarding projects await you in books at the library.